Today we're jumping into, well, a true giant of cinema. Francis Ford Coppola's 1972 film, The Godfather.
A landmark, absolutely.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack it.
Yeah.
Why does it still grab people? What makes it, a 10/10? We're using a great review as our guide here.
And I think what's key is that The Godfather, it's more than just a movie, isn't it? It's become this huge cultural thing.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so rich with these themes of power, family, transformation. We want to look beyond just the gangster plot, get into the artistry, why it still feels so powerful.
Okay, so let's set that scene you mentioned. We're in post-World War II America, focused on the Corleone crime family.
Oh.
Very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And this story really follows two main threads, right? You've got the patriarch, Vito Corleone, Marlon Brando, just unforgettable.
Iconic.
And then, maybe even more central, is his youngest son, Michael, Al Pacino. His journey from being this reluctant outsider to becoming the new Don, ruthless.
And that journey, Michael's transformation, it's really the emotional core, but it connects to these bigger themes you were hinting at.
Like what specifically?
Well, power, obviously, loyalty, family, huge theme, betrayal, too, and importantly, how the American dream gets twisted, corrupted.
Right. It's not just showing gangsters, it's asking questions.
Exactly. Questions like, what does power actually cost you? How do you square family loyalty with, brutal business decisions?
And the idea of honor masking something darker underneath.
Precisely. Tradition hiding moral decay. And Michael's path, it shows that cycle of violence. It's almost like his attempt to make things legitimate corrupts him even more deeply, maybe more than Vito ever was. That's a really interesting layer.
That's a great point. And these heavy themes, they really land because of the performances. Brando, his Vito, the review calls it a masterclass.
It is.
His quietness, that voice, just sheer presence. He doesn't need to yell to dominate a scene. Why do you think that quiet power works so well?
Well, I think it's the contrast, isn't it? He's this incredibly violent man, capable of terrible things, but he carries himself like this wise, almost gentle father figure.
Yeah.
The look in his eyes, a small gesture, it tells you everything about the calculation underneath, makes him feel real and really dangerous.
And then you have Pacino, just as incredible, but in a totally different way.
Oh, absolutely. His transformation, it's chilling. From the idealistic war hero who wants out to this cold, calculating figure, it's all internal. You literally see the change in his eyes across the film. It's unforgettable.
And the supporting cast adds so much. James Keaton as Sonny, so explosive.
The hothead, yeah. And Robert Duvall as Tom Hagen, the loyal conciliere. They provide that crucial family dynamic, the different facets.
What about Diane Keaton as Kay Adams? The review mentions she feels a bit underused.
Yeah, by today's standards, maybe. But her role, her perspective as the outsider, it actually highlights Michael's descent, doesn't it?
That's true. You see it through her eyes.
Exactly. It emphasizes the closed-off male world they live in. Her growing horror makes Michael's change even more tragic.
Good point. Okay, so beyond the acting, let's talk Coppola's direction. Just brilliant. Every scene feels so carefully put together.
Meticulously crafted, yeah.
And the look of the film. Gordon Willis, the Prince of Darkness. That nickname says it all. The shadows, the warm colors.
Yeah.
How did he achieve that timeless, kind of ominous feel?
Willis was a master of shadow. He used darkness not just for mood, but strategically. To hide things, hint at secrets, emphasize the moral gray areas.
You often can't fully see their faces.
Right. Half-lit, obscured.
Yeah.
It forces you to lean in, to read more into it. And Coppola combines that with these long takes, slow camera movements.
It really builds tension.
It does. It adds weight, gravity. You feel trapped in those rooms with them. Think about that opening scene.
Oh, yeah. The wedding contrasts with the dark office.
Well, even just the office scene itself. Bonacera's plea, its amazing exposition, setting up Vito's power, his methods, all in near darkness. Masterclass stuff.
And the music. Nino Rota's score.
Hauntingly beautiful, isn't it? That main theme, the Godfather waltz.
Instantly recognizable.
It just captures the epic scale, but also the intimacy, the tragedy. It feels almost operatic.
Like the story itself.
Exactly. Adds this layer of melancholy, of fate.
So with all this detail, the film runs nearly 3 hours, which might sound long.
It's definitely long, yeah.
But the review argues the pacing is actually deliberate and rewarding. It's not, wall-to-wall action.
No, not at all. It's very much a character drama, high emotional stakes, but it takes its time.
And every moment counts, right?
That's the key. Nothing feels wasted. It's all building character or deepening the themes. And that deliberate pacing, that's part of why it redefined the gangster genre.
How so?
Well, earlier gangster films often focus more on the action, maybe a simpler rise and fall arc with a clear moral judgment at the end. The Godfather shifted the focus.
To the family, the tragedy.
Exactly. The humanity, the internal conflicts, the moral complexity. It wasn't just about glamorizing violence. It was about the human cost. Its influence is massive. Think about shows like The Sopranos.
Oh, absolutely. You can see the DNA everywhere.
Totally. The Sopranos owes a huge debt to The Godfather's approach.
So its legacy is just immense. 3 Oscars, Best Picture, Brando for Best Actor, Best Adapted Screenplay.
And consistently ranked among the greatest films ever. AFI, IMDb, Sight and Sound. It's always right up there.
But the review we looked at does bring up a couple of potential, maybe, weaknesses, or things viewers might notice today.
Right. It offers a balanced view, and it's fair. For some people today, used to much faster editing.
Yeah, the pacing might feel slow initially.
It might. And we talked about the female characters being underdeveloped, which, reflects the time and the world it depicts, but it's a valid point from a modern lens.
So how does a film with those points, however minor, stay so universally acclaimed?
I think it's because the core strengths are just so overwhelming. The depth, the performances, the filmmaking craft. They transcend those critiques.
The slow pace allows for that deep dive into character.
Exactly. It makes the emotional payoff huge. And Kay's role, while limited, serves that crucial thematic purpose we discussed, highlighting Michael's isolation and fall, the sheer power of the story about choices, consequences, moral compromise. It just overshadows everything else. It's earned its place.
So wrapping this up, the verdict is pretty clear, isn't it? The Godfather isn't just some gangster movie.
No way.
It's like a Shakespearean tragedy. It's about power, family losing your soul. It's artful, timeless. You can watch it again and again and see new things. Essential viewing, really.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought for you listening. Think about that famous line, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Iconic.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's more than just a cool line, right? It captures the heart of the film, choices, consequences, that blurry line between loyalty and doing the unthinkable. So maybe think about that in your own life. What offers, big or small, do you face? What lines might you cross or refuse to cross? Rewatching the film with that in mind, looking for those human struggles beneath the surface, it adds another whole layer.